Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this closing session of the 5th European Conference on Connected and Automated Driving. We had 3 intensive days, full of inspiring discussions, exhibition, demonstrations. We touched upon different areas: policy, research, regulatory developments, in several key thematic areas for CCAM. Key enabling technologies with software-defined vehicles, digital infrastructure, societal added value and potential challenges of CCAM, integrated mobility, including as well remote management operations, solutions to complement public transport, lessons regarding CCAM deployment, many topics. But before I ask some speakers for their key takeaways, I will take this opportunity to provide you with some logistical points, because apparently at the end no one would listen to me. So, as you know or not, EUCAD conference, as we know it today, is organized every 2 years. But every other year, we can expect a little smaller conference called EUCAD Symposium, and the date and the place for next year will be announced. From this edition, slides, the ones that were allowed to be published, are already uploaded on the website. The website address is eucad2025.eu. The recordings will be there shortly, not yet. The report with actionable recommendations will be published soon. That depends a bit on reporters of sessions. So if you were assigned a reporter, please send your report as soon as possible so that we can actually publish the report soon. And the photos from the professional photographer are also online. The satisfaction survey, very important, will be sent to you by the European Commission, probably next week. Please fill it in. If you want to provide any feedback to this conference, if you want to have influence on how the next edition will look, please fill it in. Now, after this little closing session, we will have lunch from 1 to 2. At 1:45, people who are attending the bilateral meeting with Japan have to depart from this building to another one. So all of you are meeting at 1:45 in front of the entrance. At 2, we start the other side events, AI TENA workshop in this part A, and in Symphonica workshop in part B of this big room. There are transfers to Malpensa Airport organized with buses. At 2 p.m. will be 2 buses, so right after lunch. And then after the side events at 5:30, 1 bus. The boarding to those buses for Malpensa Airport will be outside the JRC, so you have to go out of the whole site. The bus takes 3 hours, so if your flight departs from Malpensa Airport before 5 p.m., there's transfer organized with minibuses at the entrance of the building. So not outside, if you depart earlier, but inside, in front of this conference venue. And transport to hotels or other departure places, if you are departing from another airport or train station, is organized in line with the information you gave, and probably you already received your email indicating what is your transfer. So I hope everyone knows what will happen, and now I can finally invite our last speakers. We have many takeaways, but I would like to ask the representatives of co-organizers to help us digest everything that we saw, heard, and debated. So let me give the stage first to my boss, Christian Merkt, Director of EU Governmental Affairs, Digitalisation and Automated Driving at BMW, and CCAM Association Chair, representing CCAM Partnership here.
Okay, so thank you very much. I appreciate it very much being here in ISPRA. It was an excellent, wonderful conference, a meaningful conference with many excellent sessions, the demonstrations, the exhibition. And I would really thank you to the exceptional organization team, foremost the JRC. We will specifically come to you later, I heard. Thank you very much for all these efforts. And this has really led to perfect conditions we experienced here at this very, very nice place in Ispra. Key takeaways, I will keep it short. We heard a lot about the technology that is perceived to be advanced to a very advanced stage. We agreed on all stakeholders basically look very positively in the implementation and usage of this technology and CCAM solutions in Europe. But regarding implementation, we also said we need now to intensively pull together on all levels to foster the deployment and implementation of these services. We elaborated for a while, and we will provide also the research results and the needs for the society as well to really benefit from this technology. And we said, we need speed, we need simplification, and we need flexibility, also with not only with regard to our funding schemes, but also flexibility in finding practical solutions when it comes to large-scale demonstrations, when it comes to real services on all levels from local to national and European-wide levels. This is extremely important for the next months, basically, and I'm looking forward to discuss this with many dialogue formats, but also for sure with the Alliance. But we need further services from Europe as well being included into this discussion. We said. Yeah, we have many things achieved, also in the CCAM partnership. But I believe we need, based on the sessions I could attend, we need to streamline some of our work to be more digestible, starting from definitions like what is an ODD, coming to AI usage, the pros and cons. I think this is crucial also for the policy deciders to have a more streamlined and condensed message from our R&I landscape to serve the target to accelerate better and faster. Yeah, well, this is basically what I wanted to convey to you. Thank you very much again to all for the contributions, for the intense discussions. I think EUCAD is the place to be for our community. And the very last point, if there might be some people, stakeholders that have the feeling not being heard in our community or in our partnership, please reach out to us, please reach out to me. We are there to really create the foundation for this great collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian. Now I would like to invite Stephane Dreher, head of CCAM at ERTICO and FAME project coordinator, FAME being one of the other three co-organizers.
Thank you, Marzena. So as Marzena mentioned, indeed, the conference is organized every second year. So this is the 5th edition. So it's close to 8 years, actually, that we are holding this conference. So I just would like to take a quick moment to check who has attended the 5 events. Okay. Oh. Some good international community. So we have very committed international participants. Very happy about it. And for whom it's the first time? Oh, wow. So look how much we have grown. So for me, I mean, last year, some of us had the chance to go to Japan for the conference organized by the Mobility Innovation Alliance. And they also had an off-site event for 2 days where we were really all together for really experiencing all the demonstrations. And they called it the camp. So I think now we can say we had our own CCAM, where we really, and for me, having been at least in the 4 last conferences, I can see this is definitely the best one in terms of content, also on demonstrations. So I'm really truly grateful of all the organization and projects that brought all these cars and all these vehicles for the demonstrations. I think it's very important for us to be able to touch the innovation, like was said at the opening. And I think that's what really made this conference this time really unique. And also, I think it was very positive for me in terms of engagement and actually even passion of the audience. I think we had very honest discussions on where we are and what still needs to be done. I think we all realize that it's much more than just technology. We still have some work. There have been a lot of progress on regulations, but there's still some harmonization needs, as well in terms of identifying the right use cases, the business aspects. We had great discussion indeed on data, artificial intelligence, the software-defined vehicles, all these technology components that we still need to work on. And finally, societal aspects. I think that's definitely still fundamental. We need not only to foster the acceptance of the people, we need to really co-create it with the society. And for that, we need to build the trust, transparency, and as well, a clear communication about also the reality of what we have, and as much as possible, demonstrate and make them use mature technologies that work. I think that's extremely important. So that's, I think, really all for my main takeaways, and really on behalf of the FAME consortium that contributed to the organization, and as well ERTICO, I would like to thank in particular indeed GRC. I think it was really great organization, great efforts to make all this happen here, and the logistics, I think it's probably very, very challenging. And then as well the organization committee. Thank you very much. And
thank you, Stephane. Now we will go to the third co-organizer, which is European Commission, but we will have 2 representatives. We start with DG Research and Innovation, Andrea Gentili, Horizon Europe Clean Planet Partnerships Manager at DG RTD. Andrea, the floor is yours.
Yes, 3 key messages from our side that are, let's say, summarized in one word, one acronym, ABC. So A, the first A, stands for ambition. So what we have learned during the last 3 days, that a lot of projects have started already to deliver results, and those results are having an impact to the market. And a lot of projects will still deliver other results. We need to keep our ambition. We need to stay on track, despite the difficult, eventually, obstacles that we may find, obstacles in terms of deployment. We need to focus on the deployment in order to show that the results could be used, but at the same time, we also need to focus on low TRLs, because we need to be able to exploit other paths that are not known, in order to reach the market. So the first A, ambition, A, B, C. Let's jump to the C. C stands for collaboration. And also commitment, of course. Collaboration. What we have learned, that nothing would have been possible without the collaboration at many levels between private organization, research centers, and academia, one side, between hardware developer and software developers, between technology providers, scientists, focus on technology, and non-technology provider, policymakers, because we need to make sure that whatever technologies we can come up with, there is a suitable environment for these technologies to flourish and to have an impact in the market. So collaboration between EU, member states, representatives, because no one alone is able to achieve the target. So A, B, C, ambition, C, collaboration, and I was struggling before to find a word for the B. What the B stands for what in A, B, C. And then I came up with this idea. B is bravo, bravo, bravo. 3 bravos. Which is a good bridge towards the thanks. The first bravo is for the project fame, and in particular to Stephane, Dreher, and Julie Castermans. It has been a pleasure to work with them. The second bravo is, of course, for the CCAM partnership, a pillar in this environment, and I would like to thank in particular Marzena, not as a moderator of this panel, of course, also that, but for her crucial and critical role in the partnership. And finally, the third bravo to my colleagues of the JRC. It has been a tremendous effort for them. Biagio will tell us how many people have been involved from the JRC, so my thank is for, in particular, Biagio and Paolo, Biagio Ciuffo and Paolo Castello. I think I'm sure that they did not realize the amount of effort and commitment needed when they volunteered 2 years ago to organize it in the JRC. So, okay, again, on behalf of the Commission and on behalf of the different services of the Commission, DG Move, DG Grow, DG Connect, and also RTD. Thank you very much. Biagio, would you come here so that you can present all the other colleagues involved? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrea. It's really a pleasure to be closing this conference today. First of all, I really hope that you all enjoyed 3 days or more staying in this area. We made all we could in order to make your stay as pleasant and as easy as possible. Of course, something also went outside our expectation, but things happen only if you do the things and not just if you dream of them. You have heard about the JRC extensively in the past days. I will not say anything more about the JRC. I would like only to repeat our commitment to support the other colleagues of the European Commission, European member states, industry, stakeholders, society, in the development of the regulatory framework that we all need for CCAM services to be on European roads. This commitment is related to the fact that we fully believe in the benefits that this can bring, but we also are fully convinced that these benefits will be harnessed if CCAM services will be integrated in our society. So, if you have a project in which this is one of the objectives, get in contact with us. We will try to ensure that all the available resources in Europe, and they are not at all small, all the available resources can be used together in order to achieve this objective. And with this, I just would like to close. And first of all, I start with thanking a lot of people that make this happen. First of all, let me thank you all, because with you coming here, decided to spend these 3 or 4 days in ISPRA, if we have a success, this is created because you are here, not because we organize it. But of course, to have you here properly, we needed to put in place a machine which was quite big and complex, but I think delivered what you have seen. So first of all, I'd like to have the colleagues from the organizing committee here on stage so that all of you can understand who has been working for the last 2 years in setting this up. So Julie and Stephane from ERTICO, Andrea and Yorgos from the Commission, so RTD and Cinea. Please, start. The list is long, so Marjana, Christian, and Hamid here on stage, and of course my colleague Paolo Castello. Rin, as mentioned, Paolo is his right hand, and we really needed the right hand of the site manager in order to deal with the complexity of hosting 20 vehicles, 20 systems demonstrating on our side between static demonstration, dynamic demonstration, vehicles going from one side to the others. We need to connect to the electricity, anticipating bad weather. This was really, we needed really to put in place what needed to deal with any circumstances that could be uncertain. So thanks to the organizing committee for all this. Stay here, so don't move. Then I would like to have a few colleagues representing the different teams of the JRC who have actively and relentlessly worked during the last few months now to make this happen. So first and foremost, Andromaki Murzuku. Antonio Migneco. Oh, you can stay down so that we have, because the list of people is long, so come over. Then Evelina, Eliza, and Marina for taking care of all the details, so we are staying on our side. Ada Garush on behalf of the JRC team working on CCAM. Then Fabrizio Minarini on behalf of the JRC colleagues who have supported the different JRC exhibitions, if Fabrizio is here, otherwise if Christian or someone else, or maybe he's waiting you to the exhibition, but you will see later. Barbara Realini on behalf of the communication team, if she is here. Yeah, she is. Fabrizio Bonato on behalf of the colleagues from the JRC Events Coordination Team. Salvatore Tirendi, Fabio Franchini, and Iveta Vanurova on behalf of the Safety and Security Team. Then Andrea Sachberger on behalf of the colleagues from the JRC Conference Service. And Marco Paleari on behalf of the colleagues taking care of our catering service. If Marco is not here, it's because it's downstairs taking care of our catering service. Christian Gergi on behalf of the colleagues of the JRC Transport Office. And Paolo Leva on behalf of the colleagues of the JRC ISPRA Infrastructure. I don't know if he was able to join, but I would like to thank him as well on behalf of all the support that we got from the infrastructure. This morning I tried to count how many people from the JRC participate, and I counted more than 100 people that really in the last weeks have done their best. I think I've dreamed of this very moment for all this to finish, and I really thank them all for all the support and the hard work that they have done. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to all.
And I take opportunity that I'm still connected. Thank you, Biagio. Also, sorry.